Good evening and happy quarantine Saturday. This is your host. This is Eric, Lifestyles with Eric. Thank you. Thanks for coming into my chat this evening. Um, Earlier, when I was doing my unboxing of my cell phone case, I was bringing up the young man that was killed back in February in Georgia um, for jogging. Let's just say for jogging. He wasn't doing anything wrong. Total different case from the Indianapolis case, Sean Reed. This young man, Ahmaud Arbery, was just jogging in his neighborhood, and he was known to be jogging and running. And when his parents said he wasn't eating, or just doing just work or whatever, he was always running or jogging because he, I guess, loved to run. He was an avid jogger and runner. So um, evidently, excuse me, evidently back in February, when he was jogging down in Georgia in this neighborhood, a residential neighborhood that he lived in, um, two Caucasian gentlemen came upon him jogging and running. Hey, Sarah, what's going on? And they proceeded to follow him. And as he was being followed by these two gentlemen, one was in the back of a pickup truck and one was driving. And there was a gentleman videotaping this with his cell phone the whole time. So they basically kind of ambushed this young man. He was 25 years old. And I guess he would have turned 26 this following Friday that just passed. So yeah, he was just doing his regular jog run, and this father and son vigilante, I quote unquote, that's what they, I guess, wanted to be. They ambushed this young man because they thought he was a burglary suspect, and unbeknownst to them, he wasn't. In Georgia, I guess they have a law where you can make a citizen's arrest or detain a regular citizen can detain another citizen. But my thing is, if a person doesn't want to be detained, you can't shoot and kill them either. Um, so the young Aubrey, excuse me, Ahmad Aubrey was wrestling with the one of the father. Well, I guess the son. The son had a shotgun because again they were like trying to run him down with their vehicle when he was running and jogging because they thought that he was running from something, but he wasn't. He was just doing his daily exercise. So the son jumped out the back of the truck and he was wrestling with Ahmad or Mr. Aubrey, and eventually, and again, this young man was fighting for his life, and this would have been self-defense if he would have ended up with the gun. And oh, I'm sorry, I left out the fact that they had guns. Um, let's see, 34-year-old Travis McMichael and 64-year-old Gregory McMichael were father and son. Travis McMichael had a shotgun, and he was trying to put the shotgun on Mr. Ahmad Arbery. And this man was fighting for his life. And unfortunately, he ended up getting the wrong side of the shotgun, and he was shot and killed with the shotgun. The father and son back in February pleaded self-defense, but there ended up being no self-defense proven because, again, this young man was just jogging in his neighborhood with no weapon. He wasn't doing anything wrong, and fortunately, there was somebody videotaping the whole thing. And if this wouldn't have never came out, um, you know, if this would have never came out, we wouldn't be talking about this right now. And it's just unfortunate when people die for no reason, or maybe because they're another race or something like that. Hey, Yolanda, or they're another race, and sometimes we tend to judge because of a race or something like that, and we all have done that, and that's just a natural thing sometimes. But you have to shake that off and really find out what's going on with that person before you just jump to conclusions, because somebody's life could be in danger. Unfortunately, this young man lost his life, and I'd like to send my condolences out to the Arbery family because that's sad. Yeah, there is a lot of killing going on, but this happened back in February, and this is really important because again, um, A little bit different. This he didn't have a gun. He wasn't doing anything wrong, not at all. Just jogging in his neighborhood. That's it. They thought he was running from doing a crime, and he wasn't running from anything. He was just jogging in his neighborhood. Yeah, there's a lot of killing going on, but the killing should be a little bit more straightforward and not this way and that way. If you're going to kill somebody, I mean, I, I don't know. Maybe that sounds a little weird, but um, why would you just pick this man out of because he's I'll say because he's an African American man in a residential neighborhood jogging, and you think that he's a criminal, but he's got on jogging shorts and running shoes, and he's jogging, and you shoot him with a shotgun. And I know that a shooting with a shooting a person with a shotgun is going to be horrendous. So yeah, I just that's not self defense, and that's what I mean. If you got to kill somebody, hopefully it's self defense, and your life, you feel your life is threatened or something like that. So this is just another bad case of somebody jumping the gun and jumping to conclusions, and somebody that didn't do anything wrong and ending up dying. The I guess the prosecutor George Barnhill didn't want to prosecute the father and son. The father, Gregory McMichael, used to be a former Georgia police. George, he was in the Georgia Police Department, so um, I'm sure he's got a lot of favoritism because he was in the law enforcement and stuff like that. So uh, fortunately, now they don't have a bond because it is murder, and I'm just kind of keeping my eye on the case and seeing what's going to happen with this. Seeing that I didn't hear anything about this back in February. Um, it's I guess since the cell phone video came out, it's sparked national outrage, and everybody's talking about it now. So um, I'm going to say run for Ahmad because I guess that's the slogan that everybody down in Georgia, and this is white, black, this is everybody. This is not just one race, because this young man was an avid jogger and runner, and he didn't, again, do anything wrong or nor to deserve to be killed, shot and killed with a shotgun. So I'm saying run for Ahmad, and it's just sad when anybody dies under the hands of somebody when they did not deserve it or didn't do anything wrong. It's just unfortunate. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. It is so unfortunate. A lot of people who have guns should not have them. You're absolutely right. And unfortunately, Yolanda, excuse me, the criminals are always going to be able to get a hold to guns and things that hurt other people. So I think that civilians or people that don't commit any crimes should definitely be able to possess a weapon to protect themselves and their family. Unfortunately, some states just don't feel like that. They don't feel regular civilians should have guns, although we know that the criminals always have them. So that doesn't make any sense. California, New York, Chicago, some of these states, you can have a gun in your home, but you can't take it out with you. Some places, they don't even want you to have one in your home. So I definitely don't believe in that. I believe in the Fifth Amendment all the way. I carry a weapon. I am licensed to carry a gun. So, and I am a responsible gun owner. So, um, what's going on, George? But yeah, I was just talking about the Ahmaud Arbery case down in Georgia, the young man that was 25 that was gunned down for jogging, basically. Um, it's ridiculous. I'm just now hearing about it about a day or two ago because I don't know why they just decided to bring this news out now. Again, this just happened in February. I mean, this happened back in February, and I guess the cell phone footage just came out not too long ago. Um, and yeah, everybody, I want to thank everybody for coming in my chat. And the last chat that I did about Sean Reed, the young man that was killed by IMPD, excuse me, by IMPD in a couple days ago in Indianapolis. That video has surpassed over 1,000 views. So I definitely like to say thank you everybody for liking, sharing, subscribing to Lifestyles with Eric. Keep on doing it. We're going to make this a big platform at some point. We're definitely going to make this a big platform. Just go in the door, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, what's going on, nephew? How you doing? Uncle, I don't want to say my nickname, but I'll go ahead and say it. Uncle Putt slash Lifestyles with Eric said, "Hey, take care." But yeah, the violence has got to stop. We've got to know how to act in this quarantine quarantine quote COVID-19 atmosphere. I mean, everybody is just kind of losing their mind right now. um, and it just doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon. You know, the domestic stuff's went up. Um, um, I don't know if murders have went up necessarily, but definitely the domestic things. Spouses, you know, like I said, people aren't getting along. You know, people are getting tired of their kids, and I keep saying, just hug your kids, tell them you love them. Um, they're all we have, and they're a part of us. So, you know, yeah. But on a lighter note, hold on, wine time. Favorite wine, red with a splash of chocolate in it. I get it from Cooper's Hall. It's delicious. But yeah, um, but yeah, I'm gonna get some more information on the Sean Reed case. Um, Everybody's got totally their own opinion on it. And again, from what I heard from my ears, is one stun gun and several gunshots. But that's what I heard from my ears. A lot of people can say whatever they want to say, and you can definitely leave your opinion. But please allow me to have my opinion on what I heard, and that's it. Simple as that. Hey, Claire Bear, it is definitely wrong. Absolutely. Some things are just not. To me, some things are just cut and dry. You did it, and that's it. It was wrong. Let's punish you for it, and that's it. Um, to me, there is nothing else to talk about. Hey, Francis, um, you did it, and that's it. There was no self defense. He was minding his business, jogging in the neighborhood. He wasn't doing anything wrong, so there's no self defense. When you jump out on somebody with a shotgun, what do you think they're going to do? Use your common sense. Wouldn't you fight for your life if somebody jumped out of a back of a pickup truck with a shotgun and you didn't know what they did it for? I think you'd be fighting for your life too, not the other way around. You weren't fighting for your life with a shotgun already in your hand. That doesn't make any sense. So there's no self defense in that. What's going on, Brandon? What's happening? Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate that, man. What's going on? Like, share, and subscribe. Tell all your friends about it, man. We're going to be talking about all different kinds of topics. And if you come up with something I can help you out with, just shout it out, man. And we'll all help in the Lifestyles family. We've got a lot of intelligent people that are willing to help you. So, hey, if you come up with some kind of idea or if you got a problem or something like that, we'll definitely try to solve it for you, man. It's good to hear from you. And I heard you're doing great, and I'm proud of you. And you can come somewhere recording, and you come with someone recording it. Um, I don't understand what you're saying, Claire Bear. Try to say that one more time so I can get what you're saying. I apologize. But yeah, oh, he said he's about to log in on the podcast. Okay, I'm sorry. That's okay. But yeah, the shooting. And someone was recording it. Yeah, there was a gentleman. I didn't get his name. I'm sorry about that. There was a gentleman some yards back in his car, and I guess he was videotaping it with his cell phone, and that's where they got the cell phone footage. Again, if he wouldn't have shot it with his cell phone, um, we wouldn't know what happened, and it would have just kind of been over with. Again, the prosecutor that was had the case at first, George Barnhill, he didn't want to prosecute. He said there was no need. He didn't see anything wrong with basically what they did. And this case has been through, I think, three prosecutors since in the last couple of months. So something's going on. It kind of smells a little stinky to me. So um, I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely keeping my ear to the ground on this one. The DA was definitely wrong. Absolutely, I agree. Um, I don't know. I mean, I'm just tired of the hate, the black and white stuff, the Hispanic stuff. I'm tired of it. I wish that everybody would just love each other and let each other alone and let us live. We all need to live. We all want to take care of and support our families. That's what we're here for. You know, we need to just really get rid of the racism and stuff like that. I just pray for the country, the world, and eventually, hopefully, we'll all get along one day. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. At least it's a good thought anyway, or a dream. It's a good dream. Would you say, George? Yeah, that was 100% racist, and those Florida laws they thought they would get away with murder. Well, they're not in Florida; they're in Georgia. But Georgia has a law where a citizen can make an arrest. And Again, if you don't want to be detained by another citizen, what do you do? Do you kill them to detain them? You can't do that. Smells like KKK behind the prosecutors until the video came out. And that's awful. That's possible, George. And that's your opinion. And it's nothing wrong with that. I don't know. And it's down south and it's the good old boy network down there. So you never know. It's unfortunate that racism still exists, but if we could all be honest and say it does and just not try to do it ourselves, I think we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I want to bring love, but the case really upsets me. Claire Bear, it upsets me too. And just keep bringing love. Keep opening your arms, keep hugging people, and not entertaining this mess. It's a mess. It's shit. Don't entertain it. You know, they can make a citizen's arrest, but he wasn't committing a crime, just jogging. Well, sometimes jogging while black can be a crime. Driving while black is a crime. Sometimes riding a bicycle or walking while black is a crime, Claire Bear. So there are certain things that white people or Caucasian people will never understand. And it's nothing against you. It's not your fault. You're the race you are. It's not our fault, the race we are. And there's not too much, there's some things you're just not going to understand. I'll put it like that. You're not going to be able to walk in our shoes on everything. Hey, Gwendolyn, how you doing? You may be able to walk in our shoes with maybe with financial things or something different than that. Maybe not even financial, but it's not your fault again. So all you can do is try to make your best assumption on how it feels when you're not doing anything wrong, but you're being accused of something and you didn't do anything wrong, and all you're doing is just relaxing, sitting down, having a bottle of water, sitting at the pool, trying to get in an elevator, trying to put your key in your door, trying to get into your house. You're a burglar. You're a burglary suspect. You're this. You're that. Um, Racism exists. It just does. Racial profiling exists, unfortunately. So we just got to be honest with ourselves and try not to do it. If we don't do it, then at least maybe we can break the chain eventually. Um, our world is too diverse now, and it's we don't need that anymore. We just don't. It's too many different people in the world now, and everybody should be free to live the way they want to live without somebody telling them they can't um, coexist because of their color, race, sexuality, national, whatever. It's ridiculous. Everybody should love each other and just leave everybody alone. We can all exist together, honestly. Yeah. But I'm definitely going to be keeping my eye on these cases. Again, we're going to be doing some positive stuff. I like to smile, and I don't want to. But again, like I said, everybody, I love current events and I like to know what's going on. So much love, Claire Bear. I like to know what's going on. So when I'm reporting violence and stuff like that, it's not because I'm glorifying it. It's only because it's news, either in my area or worldly. And these two cases that I've been talking about the last couple of days have made world news. That's the reason why my video has steadily gone up over 1,000 views because everybody's still talking about the Sean Reed case. There's still speculations that he either didn't have a gun or did. So until we find out the truth, whether he ran from the police or not, they're not supposed to kill you when you run. It's fleeing. You get in trouble for fleeing. You should not be killed because you're running from the police. That's not what the law says, period. But when you run from the police, they get angry. Something boils inside of them and they want to chase you and hunt you down because they feel disrespected. That's the bottom line. If you don't comply, what? You will die. And that's what I say. So anyway, um, what else is going on? Oh, and I'm going to do that cooking video, I believe tomorrow, Gwendolyn. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do. I may do salmon. I think I got some salmon. Maybe salmon and asparagus, baked potato. So we'll see. We'll see. And we'll do that, and that'll be something a little bit positive. I'll test out this new iPhone and see how that the iPhone 7 and see how that comes out. Yeah, Gwendolyn, I do too. I do too. I hope they get convicted too. This is a terrible case. Again, if they wouldn't have had cell phone footage, we wouldn't know we wouldn't know anything, and this we would have never known what happened. So, this young man turned 26 years old dead, and it's just, I mean, well, he didn't get to turn 26. I'm sorry. It's messed up, and they're just when you get picked off or killed for stuff, and you did absolutely do anything but breathe. You know, he was doing nothing wrong. Very nice young man, seemed like it anyway. A lot of people loved him. Didn't have a criminal record or anything like that, so they can't smear his name with that. But it's totally unfortunate. It is. It is. Um, Run for Ahmad. Let's all run for Ahmad. And that's what they've been saying down in Georgia. I just hope his parents get some sort of justice. They definitely deserve it. And I definitely like to send my condolences out again to his family. But, but we're not going to be long tonight. I just wanted to kind of tap in with you all and see what was going on, let you know what I had on my plate and what information I may have had about the shooting in Georgia. I've heard a little bit more information about the Sean Reed case. Um, and again, from what I'm hearing on my side is that he didn't have a gun and there was only gunshots and a taser, and that's it. Um, and in my thought process, when you have a cell phone in one hand and a gun in another, if you shoot, it's going to be loud enough that you can hear it. And again, I listened to that video, looked at it, I watched it, and then I listened to the audio. From the audio for the Sean Reed case, I heard breathing, running, saying he wasn't going back, come and get me from 62nd and Michigan Road. And I heard a taser and I heard several gunshots, is what I heard. That's it, period. Yolanda, that's awesome. Praying for his family. George, I heard that Sean, our brother, had warrants for the rest out of Texas. I believe so. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Again, we can't muddy up somebody's background to make the justification of them getting shot sound better. And again, that's what the police do. So we don't need to do that. That's the one thing they did in the Botham John case. If you remember when Amber Geiger had kicked his door in his apartment and shot and killed him while he was eating ice cream. After that, I believe they planted marijuana in his apartment to make it like he was I don't know, maybe he smoked marijuana or something, maybe to make it look like he was a bad guy, and he wasn't. The guy was in church. He was a church choir director or whatever, and these are the things that sometimes we slip into. I've done it, and I don't want to ever do that again. I don't want to mess somebody's name up from something they did in the past to make it justified if something bad happens to them. It doesn't always work that way. It's not all, but sometimes we can put ourselves in our own predicament. I get it, because one thing happens and then another thing happens, and it's all because of what you did from the start. I get it, George. Totally. Totally. Water cooler talk, George. Okay. They stole us from our homeland and now they want us to go back. Well, we don't have any. We're the only race that doesn't have anywhere to go back. Those are just our ancestors. Those are people that we, uh, our ancestors are, let me see, we don't know how much of a touch of African we have in them. Although I am proud to say that I'm a black man, I don't like to say African American. I'm just a black man that has African in him at some point in my genes. If you're from Africa and you come to the United States and you get your citizenship, you're an African American. Everybody else is pretty much the race that they are: Mexican Americans, Caucasians, everybody else. We're the only people that are really mixed and don't have anywhere to go. We don't have anywhere to go back to. White people can go back to Europe, Ireland, Europe, Germany, wherever. We don't have anywhere to go because we're mixed with white. So we don't have anywhere to go. So this is where I'm at. I love my country. It is what it is. I just wish that the racism would stop and that we could all get along. That's it. Simple as that. I love everybody. But anyway, yep, Indian too. You're right, Brandon. Absolutely. You're right. And remember, the Indians were here first. So we took the country from them. Well, not we, but the country was taken from the Indians. So yeah, I didn't want to get into a big history lesson tonight, but those are definitely true, Brandon. It's absolutely true. You're right. You're right. You're right. So anyway, folks, we'll come back tomorrow for Sunday. Positive Sunday, inspirational Sunday. We'll try to do something maybe crafty tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see what type of day it is. And I don't know. I may do some art. I was thinking about painting my bedroom tomorrow. I got to get that out the way before I go back to work, the 18th. So we'll see what type of craft I can come up with tomorrow at home. Still on quarantine. We're gradually opening the city back up. So um, we'll all keep ourselves in tune and keep ourselves busy. Stay watching Lifestyles with Eric. I appreciate you coming into my family and listening to me. Again, we'll have more content at some point. See you later, Yolanda. Bye bye. We'll have more content at some point, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to talking to you more and doing more interesting things. Um, Abandoned Boys was telling me that I should do like some fashion stuff for men and stuff like that. So I'm thinking about doing that. Thinking about doing a calendar. Got some other ideas, and definitely the merchandise will be coming soon. So be on the lookout for all that stuff. And again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Lifestyles with Eric. I'll be back at you with another video tomorrow. Good night, Gwendolyn. I'll be back at you with another video tomorrow, maybe in the morning, maybe early afternoon. Again, I think I'm going to do some cooking tomorrow, so I'll get that cooking video out and we'll chat some more tomorrow. So I love you all. Thanks for coming in tonight. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. All righty. Take care. All righty. Bye bye. Love you all. Bye bye.